Actually, this is an interesting fact, and it's something that I didn't even know until recently after accepting the job at the University of Connecticut. I was having a conversation with my mother, and she informed me that my grandmother, upon her immigrating from Russia to the United States, actually settled with her aunt and uncles in Hartford, Connecticut. So never had heard that story before. I had knew that she was born in New York, and that's where my grandparents met each other. But my grandmother was raised here in Hartford, so I have some roots in Connecticut. I think empowering people, and really, I think it comes from the days of playing sports and being competitive, being part of a team. I think coaches in general try to empower their athletes to go out and compete. So my job is to come up with the vision and the plan, and then you empower people and let them do their jobs. And sometimes people are going to fail, and you support them, and hopefully they're gonna have success more often, and you reward them for that. But really, I believe in empowering people. Well, the easiest one is that you're honest, and you treat people with respect, and you treat people the way you would want to be treated. I think if you do those simple things, that you can go a long way in whatever career that you have. If you don't, on the flip side of that, you're going to create problems for yourself. So I've been fortunate that I've worked for very good people that were direct, were honest, and transparent. The other pieces, don't do other people's jobs. Focused on your job, and in my position now, my job, as I said earlier, is to empower people, to provide them the goals, and allow them to go out and implement and work hard to accomplish those goals, and then hold people accountable. One thing that I appreciate, one of my former bosses and mentors told me, he said, "You're not doing your job if you don't hold people accountable, because at that point in time, you're not doing a job to help coach that individual or help them get better. And by allowing people to maybe not live up to a standard or do something the wrong way, and not provide them constructive feedback or hold them accountable, you're doing them a disservice, and you're not really living up to your role and responsibility." So I think that's really important. And today, I think a lot of people don't like confrontation,
Yeah.
and so they see those types of conversations as being confrontational. And in the end, it's your job and responsibility. And then more of one that's unique to my profession in college athletics is as it relates to your coaching staff. I think a lot of people think that you make decisions for your coaches, but that's not the case. You've got to hire great coaches and allow them to do your jobs. You don't dictate who's going to be the starting quarterback or what plays are going to be called in situations. You do everything you can to support them, provide them the resources to be successful, and then you hold them accountable. I at a very young age, I was in a position where, I wanted to have some loose change, that I could do some things that I wanted to do, and I was in a position where that wasn't necessarily going to come from my parents, so I had to go out and scrap and scrounge and find ways to create money. And so I was very entrepreneurial growing up. Actually had a friend, he and I started up kind of a weekend car washing little business that we went out every weekend throughout high school and wash cars, detailed cars. So I'd probably find a business to start and run, and I do think the state is in need of some quality car washes. There's not, I at least haven't found a great one yet, so who knows, maybe I'd start my own car wash company. The nature in our business, and I think I see this with our millennials these days is, there's a desire to want to achieve their ultimate professional goal quickly. Yeah. And I was provided advice, and this is something that I think was just, whether it was from my upbringing and or my experience as an athlete, was that you have to work for everything that you get. And one of the things that I tell our aspiring athletic professionals is to be the best you can be at the job that you're in. And everyone should have goals, and everyone should have aspirations of achieving something, whether that's becoming an athletic director or that's becoming the best major gift officer that they can possibly be. But you need to be the best at whatever your given job is at the time. And I believe that if you do the right things, you represent whatever business or university you may be working for, and you do a great job, then you will have those opportunities. They will be presented to you, and you will be ultimately successful. But you got to be the best at what you're currently doing.